Many years ago, I read C.J. Nichols' book, Moving Zen, and enjoyed every page of it. It told the story of the JKA in those days, a first-hand description of karate at the top, if you will. Well, Richard Amos's book, Chasing Bushido, carries on from Nichols' book, but in a far deeper and detailed way. The book is very well written, and you almost get the feeling you're there as it happens. Yes, that's how well the book is written. I'm not going to go into a chapter by chapter review here. I'm just going to highlight a couple of things that might stir a few memories for those of us that can go back to training in the 60s and 70s. The book covers Richard's early days at Chelmsford as a student of Dot and Charles Naylor, fascinated by Bruce Lee movies and Kung Fu on the television, and reading every karate magazine he could find, eventually moving through onto the KUGB junior squad. In his quest to climb the ladder of Shotokan and ultimately to study at the JKA, Richard writes of his time in New York, sleeping in a car to save money, doing odd jobs so that he could train with Sensei Mori. Then eventually getting acceptance to the JKA accommodation dormitory, the Hoitsukan. Arriving in a place where there's no friends to help and you don't even speak the language, your only map a scribbled piece of paper with an address system that would challenge a code breaker. There's even mention of his brief encounter with Mrs. Nakayama. This is where the book starts to get really interesting, but again, I'm not going to go in quotes or any juicy bits, of which there are many. I'll just say that it was for me an unputdownable book. In my own early days, I, like many of us, was also consumed by karate and lived it 24/7. But as the decades rolled on, the rosy-coloured tint started to fade to the darker side of our art, and the JKA was no exception. In both the highly aggressive physical training, including sometimes brutal attacks by seniors, as well as the political intrigues. Richard had to deal with and learn the Japanese protocols. As a Westerner interacting with the Japanese, this was very important, especially at social events, as well as with his seniors. I'll leave my own impressions of the book here by stating Chasing Bushido, or How I Learned to Say Us, is a hell of a good read. But anyhow, for now, I just hope you can order the book. It's available on Amazon, and as I said, it's a hell of a good read. Enjoy, and thanks for watching.
の中にやっぱり後輩は何でも完璧じゃないですから、先輩からみんなちょっとなんか強い声で直してくれますのでやっぱりインタビューとよしはいよ
Hey!